Welcome to Science Store online classes.
Don't forget to like our video and subscribe our YouTube channel for all the updates.
Welcome to all of you once again to the physics classes. We were talking about gravitation and we have already discussed about the satellites and other things, maybe the energy of the orbiting satellites. Satellites are nothing but some objects, artificial satellites are there, natural satellites are there. There are types of satellites are there that we will come to talk about that in our next videos. But today in this class we are going to talk about time period of a satellite. So time period of a satellite is nothing but, see for example, time period is nothing but time required to complete one rotation. Time required to complete one rotation around the earth. Now suppose I have a earth, mass of earth is m, r is the radius, at certain height h you have a satellite and it is revolving. So what is the total distance it has travelled? 2 pi r, but it is not r, it is r plus h, isn't it? What actually time means? Velocity means displacement by time, so time means displacement by velocity. So I can write down for the satellite time period. Time period is nothing but how much? That is T is equal to 2 pi r plus h divided by orbital velocity. Now what is orbital velocity? Orbital velocity is nothing but g into m divided by r plus h, that we know, and square root of that. Square root of that means separately I can write down like this. Now what I can do, I have to substitute that there. So time period which is equal to 2 pi r plus h divided by v naught is this, that is into r plus h, divided by means numerator goes to denominator, denominator goes to numerator, that is this, denominator goes to numerator, that is r by h divided by square root of g into m. Now this is nothing but 2 pi into half and 1, how much? Half plus 1, that is nothing but 3 by 2, r plus h divided by 3 by 2, power 1 and half. But we know that, see, gm is equal to gr square, no? So if you write down square root of gr square is nothing but what it will be? So which is equal to t is equal to 2 pi into r to the power h by 3 by 2 divided by square root of g divided by r. Okay, r square, square root of, if you take out means it becomes r. So this is the equation. Now everything is constant, no? So t square if I do means 4 pi square r square g into r plus h to the power 3, square root of I do. Now what happens? This is constant, this is constant. The value of k is nothing but k is equal to 4 pi square. I can write down this is gm. Okay, so let's not substitute that gm here. Gr square means I will write down g itself, gm itself. Why I will tell you later. Okay, so square of, to me if you do means you will get gm. So t square which is equal to k into r plus h whole cube, that you are going to get, where k is equal to constant, that is nothing but 4 pi square divided by g into m. this is a constant, right? And this is what Kepler's law was saying, that is square of the time period is directly proportional to cube of the semi-major axis. If any satellites which revolves around the earth in this is the semi-major axis, that is the distance from the center of the earth to the point. So that is nothing but r plus h whole cube, right? So that is what Kepler's law, Kepler's already had told, now we are deriving this, that's all. Okay, so that is the power of mathematics. So whenever you want physics to be strong, your mathematics must be strong, it's like that. So whatever the thing is there mathematically, the application part is in physics. So where you will find the applications of mathematics? In physics. So mathematics is also important for us, physics also important for us, for the physicist. Okay. So the beauty of mathematics we are going to explain actually. Physicist, right? Yes, and that is what this is, all the things. With this small equations we can understand the nature. We can make out how the planets are revolving, what is the way, what is the law, what is the nature of that. We can make out it is, and that is what the beauty of equations, and that we call it is time period square is directly proportional to the cube of the semi-major axis, right? And now if suppose h is very much less than r, so r plus h is nearly equal to r I am going to take. And if suppose take this equation, so we didn't substitute gm here, but take this equation, from this we have that t is equal to how much? T square you take, t square is nothing but 4 pi square, and r plus h becomes r cube, gm is nothing but gr square. No, r cancels, so t square which is equal to 4 pi square into r divided by g, right? So t is equal to square root of 4 pi square into r by g, and you can write down t is equal to 2 pi into square root of r by g. So this is for the nearest satellites, and this is how much? 85 minutes. So seconds you are going to get here, because it is in meter per second, you have to substitute, no? So seconds, actually large number you are going to get, that is converted into 85 minutes. Okay, what is the value r? R is equal to 6400 into 10 to the power 3 meter, and g is nothing but you have to put as 10 meter per second. So you can do it, I will erase this. So you are going to get that equation, that is nothing but, so that is your work to do, or just I will tell that is 2 into 3.14 and square root of 6400 into 10 to the power 3 divided by 10 cancel, so it is equal to 2 into 3.14 square root of 6400 and 2 zeros, no, divided by 10 is not there. So here 2 zeros means 1 0, then 8, so it becomes 800 into 2 into 3.14, this much of seconds you are going to get, and that you have to calculate, that is okay 4800 seconds maybe nearly, and that is in minutes. Okay, minutes means nearly 85 minutes you are going to get, approximately you have calculated. So that is the thing. So for the nearest satellites you will be having time period is equal to 85 minutes. Suppose earth is there and you have sent a satellite somewhere here nearer, it will takes one rotation within 85 minutes, another rotation within 85 minutes. 85 minutes means how much? 85 minutes how much? Nearly 1 hour 20 minutes. Within 1 hour 20 minutes it will take one rotation for the whole earth. How fast it is, right? See, we have called polar satellites. or the nearer satellites, that is pole to pole, they are going to rotate for the earth. Such satellites are revolve in this speed. Okay, they are very nearer to the earth. So those are used for the weather forecast and for the military purposes. Those satellites are used. Okay, those are nothing but polar satellites. We will in detail we will talk about that, about satellites. Okay. So in this class we are going to talk about the numerical sum. So which is there on the board. You can see planet Mars has 2 moons, Phobos and Deimos. Phobos has the period of 7 hours and 39 minutes. What do you mean by 7 hours? Time period of Phobos is 7 hours and 39 minutes. 7 hours means 420, 420 minutes. Plus 39 means it is 459 minutes. Means how many seconds? That is 459 into 60 seconds. No? Okay. And orbital radius of 9 point, orbital radius of Phobos is 944 into 10 to the power 3 kilometers. Kilo means what? 10 to the power 3. So that again we are going to get 9.4 into 10 to the power 6 meters. 10 to the power 3 and 10 to the power 3, 10 to the power 6 meters. Okay. Now what do you have to find out? Calculate the mass of the Mars. First we will do that, after that we will go to the next question. So we know that time period which is equal to 4 pi square divided by g into mass into r cube. But mass is nothing but mass of Mars here. That was in the derivation, it was mass of the earth. Now we will get mass of the Mars which is equal to 4 pi square divided by t square into r cube. No. Now what you are going to substitute? 4 you have to substitute, 3.14 you have to substitute square, and r cube is nothing but 9.4 whole cube into 10 to the power 6 whole cube is nothing but 18 divided by t square is nothing but 459 into 60 whole square. Can you do this using your calculator? And if you do this, means you are going to get 6.48 into 10 to the power 23 kg. 6.48 into 10 to the power 23 kg. This is the thing. Okay, right? So next we are going to talk about the next question. You have to do this. Okay, the next question, that is nothing but assume that Earth and Mars move in a circular orbit. See, around the sun. Sun is there, Earth is moving in circular orbit, Mars is also moving with circular orbit. With the Martian orbit is 1.5 times the orbit of the radius of the Earth. Means Martian orbit is 1.5 times the orbital radius of the Earth. Orbital radius of Earth is, isn't it, less? And 1.5 multiply means you will get Martian radius. Mars will larger distance away from the sun. Now you have to find out what is the length of the Martian year in days. How long it will take, how many days it will take to take one rotation for Mars. Simple, we will take again Kepler's law, that is t square is r cube, no? For Earth, for Mars. If you divide means it will be in this way. No? I am going to get. Now we know that we want Mars, no? So that's why what I will do, I will write down this equation in this way. That is nothing but T m square divided by T e square, which is equal to or directly proportional to R m square divided by R e square. Cube, no? Cube, not square. Now T m square is nothing but, which is equal to R m means what, this much, 1.5 into 10 to the power R e divided by R e whole cube, no? Whole cube. Into T is numerator, it goes to the denominator, sorry, here it is numerator, denominator, here it goes to the numerator, that is T e square. What is T? Time period of the Earth. What is the time period of the Earth? That is 365 days. Yes, here it is 1.5 whole cube, this cancels, that is 365 square. Now Tm square is there, I will take square root of this, so m is equal to 1.5 into cube by 2, that is first you have to do cube and square root you have to take into 365, square root and cube, square root and square cancels, so that if you do this, you are going to get the answer as 684 days. 684 days means for us 684 days is a 2 years almost. For the Mars, if you go means 684 will be the 1 year. Okay, that is what we learned from this. So this is one problem we have done. Go through it once again you go through it, this. Okay, so very important problems from the numerical sums from the gravitation chapter for the competitive exams also. Go through it. Thank you very much for listening this. Thank you.
Don't forget to like our video and subscribe our YouTube channel for all the updates.